let's talk about affirmations, okay? It's really harnessing positive thinking. You can use affirmations to climb out of a negative mindset and into the light. So, have you ever caught yourself saying things like, I'm never going to be able to get this. I'm never going to be able to get the job. I'm never going to be smart enough. Why does my boss want me to run this presentation? I'm terrible at presentations. I hate public speaking. I'll never lose the weight. Oh, losing weight is hard for me. Nobody will ever love me. I don't even love myself. I hate who I am. These are affirmations, but these are negative affirmations. Okay? Many of us have negative thoughts like these. And sometimes these negative thoughts run very, very frequently in our brain. It's our programming. And this is actually, as a mindset coach, this is what I help women break through on our big retreats, like I just got back from, right? We take some of their biggest, so supercharged up negative emotions and we release them. And that gives us freedom. And then we go in and we take all those negative, like those limiting beliefs, those negative self-talks, which we're talking about today, and we release them. And can you only imagine what it feels like to wake up every day with a mindset of I'm unstoppable, I'm healthy, I can do anything, I'm confident, I'm sexy, instead of all the negative ones. So lots of us have negative thoughts. In fact, that is normal. Okay, so you're normal. Nothing is wrong with you. This is programming. Okay, we just have to reprogram our minds into finding the positive. So the problem with negative thoughts is that it can be self-fulfilling prophecies, right? Have you ever noticed yourself when you say, I'll never be able to lose the weight, and then on year 3, 4, and 5, you're still struggling to lose the weight? It's because you keep saying that shit, and guess what? You keep living that. That's the life that you are going to live. If that's the game you're playing, guess what? You're winning, okay? So they do become self-fulfilling prophecies. We do want to talk to ourselves into believing that we are not good enough. And as a result, these thoughts drag down our personal lives, our relationships, our health, our careers, you name it, right? But if we deliberately do the opposite and use positive thoughts about how to oversee something, it can be just as impactful. For 4 years, one of my boyfriends, my son's dad, he beat me, he raped me, but the worst thing he did was he told me how worthless I was. He told me every day that I would never amount to anything. He told me that I was worthless and that I was nothing and that I was a piece of property. Every day, for close to 4 years, that's what I listened to. So you can imagine that that was the programming, right? So even coming out of that relationship, I still felt so unworthy, so not enough, so not smart enough to even achieve my goals until I started changing the way I talked to myself, which is why we get to affirmations, right? So what are affirmations and do they work? Yes, they do. They've literally changed my life. Affirmations are positive statements that can help you challenge and overcome self-sabotaging and negative thoughts. When you repeat them just as often, you start to believe them, right? And when you start to believe your thoughts that you're saying and thinking to yourself, your life starts to change and magical shit starts to happen, okay? Positive impact starts to happen. So you might consider, some of you are like, oh, affirmations, they're so unrealistic. Or I've heard, oh, that's just wishful thinking. But try looking at positive affirmations this way, okay? If we can start to believe that we're nothing and worthless because we hear it every day, why wouldn't a positive affirmation, why wouldn't the opposite work, right? And it does work. Affirmations have been used to successfully treat people with low self-esteem, depression, and other mental health issues. I personally use them with my clients to help them boss up their bodies and their bank accounts. So affirmations have been shown to stimulate the areas in our brain that make us more likely to affect positive changes in regard to our health, which is why it makes the very first week of the challenge. Okay, so you can use affirmations in any situation that you would like to see a positive change in. So I want you to just kind of take a look at your life and say, where do I want to see an upgrade? Where do I need to be more positive in my life? Maybe it's my health, maybe it's my business, maybe it's in my marriage, maybe it's in my intimacy, maybe it's in my networking, like whatever that is. Okay? Where can you boss up your life? Okay? So once you figure out which area you want to boss up, now you can create an affirmation. And that's where so many women then say, well, how? That three-letter word that so many people chase, and they get stuck on the how. They get overwhelmed with the how. I'm a genius at giving women the how. Okay, I give them the how. That's what I do as a coach and as a mentor. So lucky for you, I'm going to give you the how on how to write an affirmation statement. So affirmation statements usually target a specific area, a behavior or a belief that you're struggling with. So get your piece of paper, get your pen, or turn to, a blank sheet of paper in your reflections journal. And the first thing, step number 1, is to think about the areas in your life that you need to change. Okay? If you want to have more patience, deeper relationships with your friends, maybe you want to be more productive during the workday. Maybe you want to melt the fat off and become your most healthiest self. Think about one area in your life that you want to change. Why are you here? Okay? Number 2 is be sure that your affirmation is credible and achievable. Base it on realistic assessments of the facts. For instance, imagine that you are unhappy with the level of pay that you're currently receiving, okay? You could use an affirmation to raise your confidence to ask for the raise, all right? So you can use affirmations literally for everything. So you want to, again, that was to make sure it's credible and achievable. We don't just want to be like, I want to make $1 million tomorrow. Cool. You can say that 1,000 times today and it may not happen. It does have to be achievable and it does have to be credible. Number 3, you need to turn the negatives into positives. So if you're struggling with negative self-talk, note down that negative self-talk, that negative statement or thought or beliefs that are bothering you, then choose an affirmation that is completely opposite of the thought and the belief. So let me give you an example. If you constantly, like the habit of thinking, I'm not talented enough to progress in my career, turn that into a positive statement such as, I am a skilled and experienced professional. So every time the negative thought creeps in, you're going to say, I am a skilled and experienced professional. I am a badass realtor. I am an amazing, fantastic, unstoppable coach, right? Whatever it is for you. I am healthy. I am a work in progress. I am enjoying the journey of losing weight. Okay? Change it. Step number 4 is to write your affirmation in the present tense. Write and speak your affirmation as if it's already happened. This helps you start to believe that the statement is true right now. So again, let me give you an example. I am well prepared and well rehearsed, and I can give a great presentation. That would be a really great affirmation to use if you're feeling very nervous and speaking in front of a group or an audience. Okay, I remember my very first stage. 800 amazing coaches. We were in Texas at a conference, and it was my job to get on stage and motivate them through using body movement. You can imagine that when I was backstage, I started thinking really quickly, oh my God, what if I forget the dance moves? What if I forget this? What if nobody stands up? What if I just get out there and I don't know what to do? I quickly shut down the thoughts and I said, I am a badass and I can do anything. And I ran on stage, I did it, and I motivated the shit out of those people, and they got up and they danced and they were like moving and grooving and they felt amazing. And then I felt really amazing. Okay, so I am a badass who does blank, right? Like it has to be in the positive tense. 2 more. The 5th one is to say it with feeling. Affirmations can be more effective when they carry emotional weight, right? You need to want this change to happen. So every affirmation that you choose to repeat, make sure that it is meaningful for you. Don't just say, oh, I love Carissa's, so I'm going to just adapt hers. It may not work for you that way. Okay? You need to create an emotional tie to that affirmation. And the 5th and final one, and this is what I'm going to show you, is I want to encourage you to write it down, okay? And say it every single day. So personally, I love note cards, and I write my affirmation statement on one side, and then I have a beautiful little prayer that I send up to the universe and to God and to the divine. And I have this note card, the exact same thing written on it. I have it written here. I have it right over on my lamp. I have it in my kitchen, and I have it in my bathroom mirror. I see it every single day. Does that make sense? And every time I see a hot pink note card like this, I literally stop what I'm doing and I read it and I feel it. And then I quickly envision what that looks like. So let me show you what my affirmation is. Okay, let me just show you. I am a woman who earns $50,000 every single month. I live an incredible epic life and I walk in my queenship. Right? That's exactly what I say to myself every single day. Every single day. And then I turn it around and give them my prayer. So you guys, I believe in affirmations. They can change. They can change our neurology. They can change the way we think. They can change our lives. But affirmations alone, trust me, just because I say it doesn't mean that I'm guaranteed to make the 50K every single month. Absolutely not. But instead, right, I then take my strategic thought, the how, the proven system, and then I'm crushing 50K a month. So when my mind starts to believe it, my mind will start to go out and find ways to make that possible. If I tell you not to go out when you're driving and not to look for red cars, that's all you're going to find. Your brain's job is to make sure that whatever your thoughts are become a reality. So you can't just wish and hope and pray. That's where an affirmation wouldn't come into play. You have to back it up with strategic action steps. If you want to lose the weight, you can't just repeat to yourself, I am healthy, I am confident, I am free every single day. Yeah, you'll start to believe it, but guess what? You're actually going to have to eat the healthy foods, go to the gym, get some sleep, drink the water. You get the idea, right? You actually have to put in some work. Get outside of your comfort zone. All right. I hope that made sense. I cannot wait to read your affirmations, so feel free to share them with me. I love, love, love reading them. You can send them in the DMs. You can comment below. You can, if you're a client of mine, you can send it via Voxer or Facebook message. Just send me your affirmation. I would love, love, love to read over it. I hope you enjoyed today's training, and I hope you found it very impactful, and I will see you on the next video.